Hi, I have four hobbies. One is bowling, and the second is English conversation, and third is FX, and fourth, I forgot. Anyway, today also I'd like to talk about bowling because recently in my home center there are so many newcomers started bowling for the first time from the beginning, and they are very good. Uh, Maybe because of the professional bowler who taught them, or the way they teach is good. And the second reason is my body condition is decreasing, so I was beat up by those newcomers. For example, recently this year already 3 or 4 or more than that made a perfect game, and after the perfect game, the bowling center will open the how do you say, the perfect bowl Kinen Taikai, and I always participated because I like to see to see myself, getting the perfect game. So every time I attend to that Kinen Taikai, and right now, those person who who are able to make the perfect game, I think their bowl is strong. No matter how do you say, the ladies bowler or aged man bowler, those of them throw a very strong ball. First of all, their speed is faster than me, and rotation may be the same with me, but control is better than me. Well, for the control, I have a program, by my knees, my shoulders, and the most of all is my toes, left side toes. When I throw, I have to, catch or receive my body on the toes, left leg and toes. But my problem is my, how do you say, the toes fingers cramp. So I've been trying to find the good medicine for this cramping, and so far I tried about 10 medicine, including the Campo and 2 hospitals, but still, the problem is not solved. or instead my condition is getting worse and worse. And one of the medicine I found is very, very good. So on that day, the other day, a week or so ago, I took medicine before I left my house, and before the game started, I did 2 games for training, because otherwise my my body, the shoulder, knees, waist is stiff, and I cannot bowl immediately. So I made 2 games for training. And that time, my toes finger started, the cramping. So I took medicine. So altogether already 3 medicine. And while I played those master game, which is 3 persons team competitions, and while I finished 1 game, I felt funny in my left toes fingers again. And since it was during the game, so I took 2 medicines under my my tongue, without water, and continued to play. And on the way, maybe the middle of the latter part of the second game, I made the gutter for the first time for that master games. And after that, I made altogether 6 gutters. And since I didn't spot it out the ultra outside, that means outer than the 5th board, then I would say, I have to give up. Maybe my throwing was wrong, but on that day I was aiming at the 6th board. Still, I made a gutter 6 times in the end of the second game and the beginning of the third game. And this is the first experience for me to make so many gutters within 3 game competition. And I was so disappointed, and I asked the doctor next time I went after that game. A few days later, I had the Kenshin day. So I asked the doctor, and then the doctor says, that medicine, have that side effect. If you take so many medicines at one time, you have furatsuki, a side effect. So that is okay. But my toe finger cramping problem is not solved. And meantime, in these 5 or 6 years, a lot of newcomers will get over me in past. I counted the perfect game, maker, ask them and how many years you played. And in these 5 or 6 years, I asked already maybe uh, over 6, 7, nearly 10 bowler made perfect games, except one person, one lady, who made the perfect game for the first time after 30 years. Other guys or ladies only 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You know, in my thinking, the 3 year, 4 year player is the only beginners of the bowling, because I myself played bowling more than 20 years. So I am so disappointed. I thought I must train myself, my body, particularly the lower body. I've been thinking so many ways, to improve, or I would say to make better my bowling, so that I can I can make a higher score close to a perfect game. One of the guys, my team members, the captain of my team in the master game, he said, before you make the perfect game, you have to make the fifth strike in series, fifth burger, 5 burgers, 6 burgers, regularly, not once in a year, or not once in a half year. You must make those 5 burgers, 6 burgers regularly, maybe more than 5 times, 6 times in a month period. Then you can get a perfect game. Otherwise, the perfect game is not so easy. After 5 burgers, then you try to get the 7 burgers, 9 burgers, then you have a 9 call, which is, if you make the 5 strikes in series, then the announcement will start. This person in such lane made of 9 burgers. So let's watch how he will do it for the 10th frame. That is a ninth call. In order to get this 9th call even, this is you must make the 5 burgers, 6 burgers. But myself is tacky or fourth. 5 burgers is very, very difficult with my bowling. So I'm trying to make 5 burgers. In order to do that, I trained my lower body and trying to find who is the best for me to copy. Recently, I think, of course, not the men's bowlers, because they are very, very strong. Finger is very strong. They can make the very high rotation and faster and accurate throwing. So for me to copy is ladies professional bowler, and even among the ladies professional bowler, the stronger one I decided that I cannot copy them because my finger problem. My finger is very, bad. Uh, recently I cannot open the pet bottle or all kinds of bottle. I cannot open it because of my finger strength. Fingers ache. So that's why, I lower my bowl from 15 to 14 to 13. Right now I'm using the 13, and in order to reduce the futang of toward the fingers, I use the 11 pounds bowl for the spare. Anyway, what I'm trying to copy today, Tuesday evening, we will have a master league, and today I'm going to try Miss Koizumi, who is not very, very strong, but I think the nature of her bowl is good, alive. Even though her bowl is not so strong, but it is ikiteru. The bowl is ikiteru, not the how do you say, the opposite one. I even forgot Japanese bodama. The dead bowl, is not active. It's not how do you say, the mix the 10-pin bowl, 10 pins. So anyway, that is what I'm going to do today.